Oh, it's gorgeous. That's sublime. We won't score a better goal this season for pure technique and accuracy of pass. That was wonderful. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the RTG. We recently grabbed a bargain in the transfer window, as you can see on the right hand side. Wasn't the smoothest of transfer windows, but we got some business done. In some areas it wasn't necessarily the business we were after, and we were forced to make business in other areas that we didn't want to. But in the end I think we did alright. We are in a decent position in the league, sat second, with now just 4 months of the season left to go. We could, hopefully, get ourselves a really good league finish. And fingers crossed, get promotion to the Premier League, eh? That's the plan. So, we'll actually start with a sim here against Brentford in the FA Cup replay. But we will give a start to Scott Twine and Kawame, as they are... Well, Kawame's just signed, so we want to see what he's all about. You can see the growth of the side elsewhere. Everybody's playing really well at the minute and growing really well. I'd love to win this. I doubt we will. We haven't. Eddie Nketiah with an 89th minute goal to ensure that we are out of the FA Cup. Now wait for my manager rating to plummet. It was 74 and it's now 57. Because, of course it is. One game. 74-57. Just because there's so much weight on the FA Cup. It has been reported to the devs. They are aware of it. I doubt a fix will come for FIFA 22, but hopefully it's something that can be looked at for 23 and beyond. I now don't need these scout reports on all of these free agent strikers because I've already signed one. So I'm going to go and figure out who else to play throughout the course of this episode, because we've 4 league games remaining now for the rest of the month. Kai Corbett was a player that caught my eye, but no, he's not that good either. All right, let's have a look then. Norwich are an obvious. Then Plymouth, QPR, Swansea. Well, I don't suppose it matters really. Plymouth, QPR, Swansea. Swansea is 7th, so that's Swansea, Norwich, and QPR are 12th. So we'll sim the Plymouth one then, because they're bottom. Yeah, that may... Well, that was an easy decision in the end, wasn't it? Let's go to Carrow Road and try and beat Norwich. Norwich in their familiar 4-4-2. Archie Mayer in goal for them. Barley Mumba, Julian Sharbo, Ryan Porteous, and Rafa Suarez still as their back 4. They've got Jonathan Rowe on the right, Daniel Adshead and Roberto Lopez in the midfield, with Todd Cantwell on the left-hand side, left wing. Then Matej Pulkrab is a new striker for them, and Sebastian Soto was already there. Of course, they sold Pepe in the recent window. Didn't actually see where he went, so I don't know whether he's moved up a division. Maybe I'll check after this game, purely for curiosity's sake and for Twitch chat as well. But we'll crack on with this game against Norwich now, playing in our black change strip. Full strength side other than Djibril Okadina, right centre-back ahead of Callum Doyle. We know Djibril's better than that first touch, so we expect him to be defensively solid. We know that he can be, and hopefully he will be. Barreiro Martins playing against his former side, of course, here, and Sam McCallum too. Clearly Martins slightly nervous ahead of the game. Semenyo will lift that over the top, looking for Kay Gordon, who will get that off Suarez, and then Suarez will get it off me. Handball, free kick. Okay, never mind. Oh, I don't know why Hoover he's got to be offside. We've made the tackle. He wasn't off. Really? Jeez Louise, that would have been... I mean, I'd have been absolutely furious at my defence. If he was onside and he'd scored. McCallum out to Cole Palmer. Semenyo's making a run and pointing where he wants it. Now I've got options here. Radoni is one of them. Oh, you've hit that so much harder than I asked you to. It's a case of the game wants the ball to go to the goalkeeper. So the ball went to the goalkeeper. Elijah Stone into Semenyo. I could have slotted Radoni in around the corner again, actually, and perhaps I should have done. Couple of opportunities there, but no goal yet. Norwich's 4-4-2 is always really annoying to play against. So hopefully they have an off day, but they are in behind here with Rowe. And Quilt's coming across. He can't get there. Paul Crab to... Oh! The man in the middle, Soto, whose shot squeezes home. The keeper gets a big hand to it. Soto beating the offside trap. I'm not sure who was playing him on. He looked like he was potentially offside. Oh, it might have been McCallum on this near side playing him on, as I was in control of him chasing... No, actually, I was in control of Gwilt, wasn't I? McCallum just ran on deeper for no real reason. Like, why is, like, you can see him turn there, and McCallum's like, you know what, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. I'll turn now. So that's just in time then to play their man well onside. Agent McCallum doing the job for Norwich, his former team, helping give them a 1-0 lead. Cheers, Sam. Very kind of you. Appreciate that. Okadina out to Hoover. Goal in the Forest game, which is kind of concern to us, depending who they're playing. They are a long way behind us in the league. Rodoni just run offside there. Bury it, please, Cade. Good lad. His right foot, pretty damn good, Cade Gordon. He scored a number of goals for us on that right-hand side with it. Don't know if it's 5-star, actually. I don't know as I've gone out of my way to train it, Cade Gordon. It might still be 3. It is still 3, but I tell you what, he scores a hell of a lot of goals on his right foot, Cade Gordon. I am very pleased with him this season. That's us level here at Carrow Road, and there, quite obviously, is plenty of time to go and get another one. Rudoni in there to Semenyo. Quickly out wide, nicely to Cole Palmer. I'll try and tuck this back to Rodoni if I can. Oh, it's gorgeous. That's sublime. We won't score a better goal this season for pure technique and accuracy of pass. That was wonderful. So clean in the way the ball just daisy cut across. And then Rodoni's placed finish. Oh! You love a goal like that. It might not be a screamer from outside the box, but that's still a very good goal. 5 minutes into the second half, we take the lead at Carrow Road. Which is not something we've done that often, I don't think. His 16th goal in 30 games so far this season. Jet Rodoni in a variety of different positions. Still very much. Oh, the ref's pulled it back. He might be in trouble. He is. It's going to be a straight red card for Jonathan Rowe. See you later, sunshine. Norwich capitulate. It goes from bad to worse. They're a goal down, they're a man down, and they've had to sacrifice Soto, their goal scorer, to try and make sure that they still have some sort of defensive rigidity. That's where the 4-4-2 really doesn't help, because you don't have the spare men elsewhere on the field to help with losing a man. And as if it went from bad to worse, it's now impossibly horrid for Norwich, because Rodoni scored again. It's 3-1. That's game over. Blow your whistle now, ref, if you like. Todd Cantwell. Here's the overlapping run from Rafa Suarez. And Cantwell will find Lopez. Oh, nicely intercepted by Jabril. Good game for him. No clean sheet, but solid enough defensively as a unit. He's not really stood out above anyone else, but he's not really had to stand out, has he? Out to Sam McCallum. We could add another, or try for a whip this time. And Rudoni's trying to get the run on Porteous, but can't. No one's going to get to Paul Crabb before he receives the ball, but still Norwich clutching at straws if they think they're going to get anything from this game now. Lopez out wide. Let him run offside. Let him run offside. Oh, I wish players had defensive intelligence. It'd be absolutely lovely, wouldn't it? Cantwell into Paul Crabb. They have one back. Let's not let them back into it, shall we, please? 3-2. Like, whatever. So sick and tired of defenders needlessly running with someone that is offside if they just stay with the rest of the defensive line. But without 95+ defensive awareness, they're fucking clueless. Rudoni will lift that looking for Lancaster. He should have the legs on the defenders because he's fresh on the field. He doesn't, as it happens. 2 minutes added on here by the referee. And we're going to have to make sure, and we will now, thanks to Keanu Hoover, that we get possession back. And hold on to the win. Or we could get Rudoni in for a hat-trick. It would have been really nice if we could, but we can't. Ref, thank you. Slightly worrisome at the end, but able to see it through. Don't worry, don't panic. 3-2 away from home against Norwich. Boos ring out around Carrow Road. Unnecessary boos, I think. Cade Gordon with 1, Jack Rudoni with 2. And if they had 11 men for the whole game, maybe it would have been a different result. Show me, show me, show me. Nothing there. Couldn't scroll quickly enough. Oh, we're top. Fulham our game in hand, but we're top. Up the yellers. Up the yellers. My manager rating is just going to continue to go down now. So, there's not really much I can do about it, I'm afraid. Morale is indifferent as well for some unbeknown reason to me. I'll have a look through and I'll report back. But I don't know, is anyone's really unhappy with their contracts? It's more just a couple of players are unhappy with playtime, and that's kind of it. And that's enough for everybody to have poor morale. We're top of the table. Everybody should be absolutely ecstatic. Whatever. Let's go and sim the Plymouth game. Bottom of the table, Plymouth Argyle. Kwame's in, Twine's in, Hamer's in. Ready for a Plymouth win? Like, isn't it just always the way? Always the way. At home, top versus bottom, and a 1-0 defeat. We don't even score. Okay. Alright, we've scored on average 2 goals a game. 66 goals in 33 games. But of course, we don't score against bottom of the league, who have 21 points in 33 games thanks to that victory. I believe the phrase is just FIFA things. 5 at the back for Queen's Park Rangers. Jordan Archer in goal. João Sastre at right back. Rob Dickey, Jordi de Vice, Charlie Manning and Nico Hemelainen. And Andre Dezelle and Sam Field, Elias Chair, Lyndon Dykes and Charlie Kellman. QPR mid-table. We are, well, wanting to get back into those top 2, aren't we? Let's be honest. If I end up finishing 3rd on goal difference or by like a single point, then we will look no further than that Plymouth game. It is so typical. We called it as we were doing it. Twitch chat called it as we were recording it as well. You just knew it was going to happen. But it's still the best option to try and sim a home game against bottom of the table, because I would have stood more chance of... Oh, Christ! That was more of a red card than the Norwich one. Bloody hell. Look for Sam McCallum out here and then deliver the ball, looking for Semenyo at the back post. Oh, it won't quite fall for him. Christ, he went through me then. That's got to be that. I'm sure that was a red card. Sure that was a red card. We're 3rd. But it's still definitely a 3-way... Like, again. Defensive intelligence. Look at Sam McCallum here. This guy runs all the way offside, and if Sam McCallum holds his line with the rest of his defensive line, then Elias Chair is a good 5 or 6 yards offside, but he's just run another 5 or 6 yards deeper to purposefully play him onside, and he's clean through. Good game. Good game. Corner 4, Queen's Park Rangers then. Charlie Kellman has picked up an injury, surprisingly. He picked up a yellow card as well for that challenge that we saw a moment ago. Whether he injured himself as well, I don't actually know. That hit an arm and it's going to be a free kick for them. Brilliant. Now there's confirmation of his yellow card. So he hurt himself and then got booked. Well, and then took that free kick. Not the best of starts to the game for Charlie Kellman. Yeah, he's... Oh, come on. Oh, not the best of starts to the game for me either, apparently. Semenyo with a nice turn. Rudoni, I expect Palmer to be there, and he is. And Rudoni will look for Semenyo here. Could look for... it's not quite exactly how I wanted to do that. Oh, but the keeper will be very disappointed with that. He's 68 rated. So that's why I kind of went for the shot from that angle. Just to hope that he was a bit rubbish. Turns out, he's a bit rubbish. Cole Palmer has scored from similar-ish positions. I had faith in him in getting it on target, at the very least, because he's done so many times. Yeah, it's not been a great start for Charlie Kellman. It's not been a great start for Jordan Archer. 1-0 Cambridge United. Oh. No! Oh, thank God for that. So lucky. The ball rebounds to a QPR man, but... it's too far away from him to be able to turn home into an empty net. And if I cross this early, Kay Gordon's first touch needs to be good. It is, but his finish lets him down on this occasion. Oh, from nearly 1-1 to nearly 2-0, but no extra goal yet. Well done. There we go. We look like we're at least good value for our 1-0 lead. That was brave. Not sure if that was Charlie Kellman again. Away fans screaming. Rudoni with the through ball. That's excellent. And please be onside. Oh, he can't even get there. Cheers, then. glorious opportunity to make it 2-1. And somehow we've not taken it. Semenyo played in. Of support here. That wasn't meant for you. It was meant for Elijah Stone, but never mind. Kate Gordon will tuck this back and we'll work it around. And then Palmer's shot is blocked. And Rob Dickey's going to win that header. Oh, we could have had 3 or 4 in this first half already. But it's still 1-0 as we approach half-time. Keen to see what the other results are around the grounds. So we get a nice tackle in there with Michael Gwilt, and it will be half-time. Sheffield United were 2-1 up, as we saw a moment ago. Are they still? Yes, but Fulham, crucially, are 1-0 down in a London derby against Crystal Palace. It's West versus South London, and so far, it's South London that are coming out on top. Sam Field to Elias Chair. Andre Dazelle. Ooh, taking a little pot shot from the edge of the box, but not able to find the bottom corner. It's worth a go, I suppose. It's something that I don't do often enough. It's just let a shot go from the edge of the box like that. Mainly because there's normally a defender in front of me and it's certainly going to get blocked. Although I try and work opportunities a little bit more intricately and there's normally a defender in front of me and it gets blocked. And also, that's normally what happens when I try shots from the edge of the box. I gave it a go there. Cole Palmer is apparently the man in focus at the moment. I would be interested in getting Cole Palmer back at some point in this save. But I think the plan to let his loan expire and then look for that Di Maria regen was the most popular option from you guys in the comments section. So I am going to look to prioritise that as a move next season. Provided we get promotion to the Premier League, obviously. Because that Di Maria regen is probably a bit too higher rated for us to think about getting in this save if we stay in the Championship. But we're hoping not to stay in the Championship. And goals like that will ensure that we don't stay in the Championship. 2-0 Cambridge United. We might be going back top of the table again, or certainly into the top 2 if Fulham continue to lose to Crystal Palace. Lovely finish by Rodoni, that. Pure shot power, too much for the keeper. Might be his 19th goal of the season, maybe even more actually. Maybe 20, I'm not sure. It skipped, unfortunately. We won't find out until after the game. Their goalkeeper not really covering himself in glory in this game, is he? Oh, there you go, top left. It was his 18th goal of the league season so far this year. Gordon to Rodoni. Martins in there to Semenyo and Stone. Okay, Gordon's pointing where he wants it. So I'll give him it where he wants it and we'll stand it up. Rodoni's there with a header. Jordan Archer makes the save finally. Well done. It was a top stop as well. Stone with the delivery. He's not come for this, the keeper. Oh, and it won't fall for me. It will fall for me. It won't fall for me. Manning floats that over. Gwilt should get there first. And does so very well indeed. Too well, if anything. Sastre. Dozell. Goal at Bramall Road. Oh, no. We don't care about Luton unless they're playing Fulham, which they're not. I hear about Luton results a lot. Stone. Kouame from the edge of the box. Oh, draws the save. Wasn't going to be able to get away from any of the defenders. There's a yellow card being dished out to a Crystal Palace man. Let's look for someone through the middle here with a header. Gwilt! And wide. Plus 3 minutes added on. Plus 3 points to the column for us in the league as well. The question is, have Crystal Palace been able to take points off Fulham? Or did they get themselves back in that? The Lily Whites. We'll wait and see. Hopefully Borough did something as well in the final stages of their game at Bramall Lane. Kouame has plenty of space to try and pick what he wants to do. We'll go back here to Hoover, who will deliver it. And, well, that'll just be game. Oh, 3-0. Ball in the back of the net. Cheers, ref. We shouldn't need that third goal by the end of the season. Hopefully points will be enough. If we keep winning games, points will be enough. Right. Yes, Palace. No, United. Bollocks. But at least Fulham drop points. That should be us up into second. It is indeed. Manager racing continues to fall because, of course it does. Come on. I'm going to get promotion to the bloody Premier League. Screw you. Up next, Swansea at home. Andy Fisher in goal for Swansea. They have a very wide centre-back three. Rushesha, Latibodiere, Brandon Cooper, Finley Burns and Ogbeta is their back five. And Chan and Matt Grimes in the middle with Morgan Whittaker, Florent Muslia and Kyle Joseph through the middle. They're seventh at Swansea, so they are just one place outside the playoffs. I don't know by how many points, but they're nearly there. We're starting Kouame up top for this one. That's the only change. Is that unfortunate, frustrating time of day at this ground where those Well, I mean, I don't know how big the floodlight has to be to cast a shadow that size on the field, or how low the sun has to be, but it's a pretty ridiculous shadow, isn't it? From the corner flag to the centre circle, that one floodlight could cover the whole of the city, let alone just the ground. Muslia is here. Oh, and he's turned brilliantly. Swansea are going to be tough to play against here. That's bouncing off everybody. It hit an arm in there somewhere, and thankfully it was one of theirs. Corner Swansea in front of those travelling fans. They'd go delirious with a goal. Oof, straight at the goalkeeper. They very nearly had the opportunity to go delirious with a goal. Anywhere but there, and that header powers into the back of the net. Joseph Muslia. Joseph again. Muslia, he's got the pace to get him behind, doesn't he? He's pretty damn quick and very tricky. Rudoni turns well. Right, counter-attack. Come on then. Kwame's there. Support is arriving. You know where this is going. To K. Bloody Gordon. Ogbeta is no slouch, though, so he will stick with me. I'll look for Elijah Stone. We'll find him. We'll look through that gap. Rudoni spins well. Ah! Oh, he did get the shot off. I thought he'd been out-muscled there, and somehow he was actually able to get the shot away. Well, the defender kicked the ground, that's why. Trying to clear it, the defender got his foot caught in the turf, but Rudoni's effort wasn't of any real concern for the Swansea goalkeeper anyway. So we will stay at 0-0 after half an hour. It's not been the highest of quality games, this, so far. Certainly could do with a sprinkling of extra talent, perhaps, or just a moment of magic. Maybe we'll get that moment of magic sooner rather than later. Actually try and reverse that to Kwame, but it's going to fall free for Joseph here as the defender gets a foot in. And still waiting for that moment of magic. Oh, Muslia, sorry, gets there first. It's not Musiala. Oh, they've got options here everywhere. Good save. Nelsildo Hayes really needed that. He leapt away well. Couldn't be sure whether he was going to pass or shoot, so I found myself in no man's land there. McCallum's clearance is, well, wank, for lack of a better word. Cooper in here to Matt Grimes and Ogbeta trying to stop him from passing it into the middle, which he's still been able to do. And Joseph gives them a 1-0 lead. All from a terrible clearance. Thumbs up, everyone. Thumbs up. Can I get to that? I can't. Yandanda back here to Whittaker. Down the line to Rashesha. I was going to say, I felt like I read that quite well. Rudoni out to Cole Palmer. I need somebody short. I've not got anybody short yet. There's Rudoni. I've got somebody that is short in Elijah Stone. Sorry, Elijah, that was unnecessary. Kay Gordon looking for Rudoni. Cole Palmer is there. I can't be confident at times of being able to squeeze a pass through a gap. Kwame needs to show good footwork. Does do so. Kay Gordon does just the same. And will turn and look for the pass. Find Rudoni. Finds Palmer. And Whittaker gets there. Wilt will get to this first, though. And we could still... Oh, such a poor pass from Rudoni. Under hit. Trying to find his teammate. We have not been good enough in the final third in this game. Just lacking a little bit of quality. And I don't know why, because we are at full strength. We're just not on it on this particular match day for no given reason, as far as I can tell. Turns inside nicely. Look for Semenyo through that gap. And he'll find him. And he'll stand it up straight into the keeper's arms. Fucking hell. Just not had it, have we, in this game? Doesn't matter who's on the ball or what subs we make. Oh, I'm getting away from him there as well. Just the yellow card for Matt Grimes, but that was cynical. I can't quite believe he's done that. He's gotten away with it. I can't believe you've done this. Gwilt and Semenyo. And here's McCallum. It's Kay Gordon in the box. There's Rudoni at the back post. Can Semenyo challenge for this? He can't get there, but there's no Swansea man left forwards to try and rise to it. Semenyo tried to turn quickly and find the pass to Rudoni. It's just not to be, I don't think, here at home against Swansea. I'm just going to have to take the defeat on the chin and go again tomorrow. We are still on the wrong end of the scoreline, as they say. Oh, that sums it up. Players just not at it. Kay Gordon just ignoring the ball there as it came towards him. Whittaker with the turn, dinked out wide. Rushesha, there is the opportunity then in 1 minute of stoppage time to try and get a goal to equalise. But it has to come now, and it won't. I've just not had it. It's one of those games, that one, where I just couldn't create anything. Swansea defended impeccably. And we're just too good at the back. They are having a good season, and it showed there. They've done a job on us. I had one shot all game. It just shut me down. It just shut me down. Can't see Fulham or Sheffield United's results there, but we are back down to third again. And actually, Sheffield United have a game in hand. The board is still having a go at me. Leave me alone, will you? What have we got? I've sent a youth scout out now for a goalkeeper, so we'll tick that. Sign 2 players from Asia. Who did I sign from Asia in January? I signed Hoover, who's Dutch. I signed Kouame, who's Ivorian. So who have I signed from Asia? I don't understand that. Signed a Dutchman and an Ivorian, and it's ticked sign 1 player from Asia. Okay. You tell me. That one will tick at the end of the season as well. Fucking FA Cup thing. We'll try and win the title. There's still the opportunity too, obviously. We have a more straightforward... Well, I say more straightforward. To be fair, it is a more straightforward month. That defeat to Plymouth has pissed me off, but Swansea earned that win, so fair play to them. But that is an episode tomorrow against teams that are all lower to mid-table. So, well, Cardiff are 9th, and they're the highest of any of them. Coventry 12th, Barnsley 17th, Millwall 19th, Bolton 22nd. It's got to be a run of wins tomorrow. We're only a point behind Fulham, but we could be 5 behind Sheffield United by the time we get to that next match day. Who have they got? Have they got one at the end of the month? Whoever they've got, please lose it. It might be against Crystal Palace, actually. And Palace did us a favour against Fulham. So maybe Palace can do us a favour against Sheffield United as well. It's on the 28th, which is today. Palace didn't do us a favour. Sheffield United won the game. Never mind. We will stay third for now with 11 games to go. This title fight is particularly intense, isn't it? In the minute we get into the top 2, we fall out. We get back in, we fall out. We go top, we're third again. Just hope that at the right time, we manage to get ourselves into the top 2. Sheffield United in the penultimate episode of the season. Fulham in the final episode of the season. It's going to be really close. Tomorrow, though, we shall hopefully put together a run of victories that will give us an edge. I'll see you then.